In conjunction with what I've already communicated to you in the Scorpion, and I highly recommend that you watch it, I think it's important to note that Harvard University loves the royal family. Harvard loves Great Britain. Harvard loves the United Kingdom. Harvard loves Oxford. Harvard is unquestionably Britain's beachhead into the United States. There's no question about it. When Harvard celebrated its 350th anniversary in 1986, the president of Harvard University, Derek Bok, invited Prince Charles to come over and give a keynote address. Bok was criticized for that, but he did it anyway. And of course, he was only acting on behalf of the real power behind Harvard University, which is these old Anglican families known as the Boston Brahmins. Harvard is their university. Harvard is their baby. And these people consider themselves the aristocracy of America. I couldn't care less how many minorities Harvard accepts or where they come from. When you go to Harvard University, you are imbued with this elitist, aristocratic spirit, which becomes part of your new persona. You will not change Harvard. Harvard will change you. And so, to no one's surprise, as Harvard spread its wings, thanks to James Conant, prior president of Harvard University, the world has become more elitist and financially polarized. You, the Harvard graduate who hails from Minnesota, California, or the backwoods of Kentucky, have been groomed to become Harvard's agent to your community. They didn't accept you at Harvard for your benefit. They accepted you for Harvard's benefit. And there's much that Harvard will do for you to achieve that. Harvard is not solely a university where you go to learn information. Harvard is a grooming center into the halls of power. You are groomed to be a leader. You are groomed to be Harvard's agent. And if you do not do what Harvard wants you to do, they will revoke your privileges. Now, as it so happens, when you go to Harvard, you naturally become acclimated to their way of thinking. But should you go astray when you return to the back roads of Kentucky, woe be to you, especially if you possess a national voice that interferes with Harvard's agenda. You will find out in short order just who butters your bread. And that's the way it is. That's the way it works. Do you honestly think that these people from New England set up this colony in Massachusetts and said, well, let's let others have the power. Let's let others be in charge? No way. What Harvard desires is a neo-feudalistic society where the vast majority of Americans are renters on Harvard's lands. In that sense, they are the bedfellows of their elitist pals in the United Kingdom. And that's not what many immigrants came over here for. Now, I have told this story time and again in my blog, and I shall tell it again. It's a story of Brother A and Brother B. Many years ago, and it could be just about any century after the year 1500, and in any country, there were two brothers. Let's call them Brother A and Brother B. But their names could have been Helmut and Horst, Pierre and Claude, Jim and Dave, or any pair of names from any country. Brother A and Brother B lived a meager existence. Quite frankly, they lived in poverty. They lived in a small hovel with a leaky roof. Half their brothers and sisters had died through malnutrition, and the other half had died in various wars waged by their corrupt king and queen. Brother A and Brother B had rotting teeth, and they wore rags. A short distance away, though, the king and queen lived in grandeur. They had plenty of food to eat, a fabulous place to live, and they had no rotten teeth. Frankly, the king and queen lived in luxury. Now, this bothered Brother B, the younger brother, and one day he couldn't take it anymore. And he said to Brother A, I can't take it anymore, and I'm getting out of here. Brother A tried to calm his brother down, and he said to him, look, things are going to get better. The king does not know what is going on. Hang in there. Give it another year. Well, 1 year passed, and not only did things not get better, according to Brother B, they got worse. So one day, Brother B told his brother, "Hey, baby, I'm out of here." "Where will you go?" asked Brother A. When Brother B told him, "America," Brother A informed him that 10 to 25% of the people died on the trip over there, which was true. Brother B replied, "I'll take my chances because I have 100% chance of dying here." So Brother B left, and that is the end of the story. Now, everything that you as an American are, your values, your principles, your traditions, were handed down to you by Brother B. Everything that Europeans are, their values, their traditions, was handed down to them by Brother A. Now, here's the essential question. Why would you want to forsake everything that Brother B gave you? Why would you want to turn your back on him? Why would you want to go back to the world that Brother B risked his life to escape?